Do you know that there is a difference between authentically feeling and feeling the way you're supposed to feel? See, the authentic feeling is deep in our soul, um, where we have suppressed our authenticity. And society has conditioned us in how we are supposed to feel. And that is fake. That's not authentic, you see. To authentically feel, you have to come face to face with some dark shadows in yourself. Like a lot of the anger that you have suppressed over the years because your parents and the people in authority have taught you to suppress that it's inappropriate to be angry, to express anger. And so we generally stuff it and stuff it and stuff it and adopt a way of feeling that is more sanitized, that's more acceptable in society. And so our authentic feeling is simmering below the surface, like in a boiling pot. And when anger is not allowed to be expressed in the moment where it's appropriate, because it's a defense mechanism to keep you safe, to enforce your boundaries, right? And as children, because we are so helpless against our parents, against adults, because adults have the authority over us. As children, we had to suppress a lot of our true feelings. And then we end up as adults struggling with a temper and with rage, because when we should have expressed our anger, our righteous, just, appropriate anger, we weren't allowed to. So we put it down, we put it down into the we stuffed it away in the pressure cooker and just filled that pressure cooker till the valve explodes with rage, you see. And that's the problem. We have to give ourselves permission again to feel these authentic feelings and become conscious of it so that we can consciously regulate the anger and the rage, right? So, yeah, just babbling on here with thoughts that come to me as I'm out in nature cutting the grass. Feelings, authentic feelings and phony feelings. Do you know the difference? And do you have the courage to feel your authentic feelings? You see, without censorship. Often our religion, if we have been brought up in religion, with religious tradition and upbringing, we have a heavy censorship on our feelings, what we are allowed to express and what not, because the notion exists that God is up there in the sky and he's watching your every move. He's going to punish you if you respond and react inappropriately. That's a subconscious damper that keeps holding us down from being true to self, authentic to what we actually are, what we are actually feeling, right? So we play the hypocritical game and we put on airs, we express in an inauthentic way, expressing feelings that ensure that we people please and that we're not rejected by our tribe. Life is complicated. The psychological life is complicated. But everything is about psychology. And I've got a rat's nest on my head. Everything is about psychology. Christians often criticize me for being too much about psychology, whereas Christianity entirely dismisses that and doesn't give it any credence and consideration at all, right? So they call it New Age, they call it psychobubble, but you need to study your scriptures and you need to really study the Greek word for soul, what your soul is. The Greek word is psyche, which has to do with your psyche. And that's what my channel is all about. Ever since I woke up to the consciousness of my psyche, I'm going to keep talking about that because it's such a fascinating topic, and it's the cornerstone to all life and to our relational life, right? If we are not right in the soul, in the psyche, we are going to just create trouble with our relationships and people around us. And that's what we want to prevent, right? We want to evolve to be more loving and more kind, uh, to be able to fulfill the things that Jesus talked about, like love your neighbor as yourself. But if you don't love yourself very well, you're not going to be able to love your neighbor, because your self-criticism is going to project onto your neighbor, and that's keeping the conflict alive. Anyways, I've got to go. The sun is rising and it's getting warmer.